Hi, babes. Welcome back to Not Your French Girl, the podcast where Paris keeps sending us challenges, but sometimes those challenges comes in forms of organs failing.
This is so true. And I'm Shana. Recently had a kidney stone. Yes, a literal rock in my body. And I completely 10 out of 10 do not recommend that. So
Scott, I would agree with you. And now I'm Isabela, Brazilian expat, fresh out of surgery because I removed my kyst from my hand. If I sound too dramatic, don't worry. It's because French hospitals will humble you.
yes, they will. And today we're diving into the French healthcare system that is La Sécu, Mutuelle, dentists, and even free glasses. Because if Paris doesn't break your heart, it will break your body, but at least everything is free.
Yes, exactly.
It doesn't break your bank account, at least that. Yes. This is so true.
But yeah, let's dive in. Okay, so let's talk for real. No one warns you on how complicated it is to have your green card, which is your Carte Vitale. It's basically like a Willy Wonka golden ticket, but instead of chocolate, it gives you 70% reimbursed from your medical bills.
And we love that, to be honest. But the paperwork for that is honestly so savage. They asked me for my passport, birth certificate, my utility bills. I wouldn't even be surprised if they asked me for my Australian driving license, to be honest.
Girl, that's so true. But honestly, it's so worth it. Because my surgery completely paid full by Sécurité Sociale and Mutuelle. Honestly, if it was in Brazil, it would be like a financial horror movie.
I think so. In Australia, I'd probably be sitting in the ER waiting for my kidney stone to turn into a diamond.
Oh
to be honest.
Would they though?
At least I get a diamond ring. I would like a ring. I would like a ring.
Girl. You should do this, honestly. But since we started talking about Sécurité Sociale, let's talk a bit about Mutuelle. Mm-hmm. It's like basically the healthcare system upgrade you get. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it saves lives. All the little extras, hospital stays, dental crowns, honestly, it's all covered.
This is so true, girl, because without mine, my scans, my blood work, and meds would have literally cost me my rent money. Anywhere else, and especially in Australia. But with it, I was super covered, and I worked out of the hospital basically paying with pocket money, to be honest. Actually, that's not true. I paid $0, but because I had the Mutuelle with the work and everything.
So true, girl. For me too. When I went to do my surgery, they gave me like a semi-private room, meals included, nurse checking in, and my Mutuelle covered it all. Because without it, honestly, I would have to do a GoFundMe.
And guys, just so you know, you don't always just need to have a job to have a Mutuelle, because I think the myth is kind of like, to have a Mutuelle, you need to have a job. But if you have the extra spending money, I think it's really good to invest in just getting a Mutuelle on the side, especially as a student. I did this, and I feel like it's actually super helpful if you have a shitty immune system like me that was always getting sick.
So good. For me, thank God I didn't have a lot of health problems when I was a student, because I only had the Sécurité Sociale. But now I think my body knows that I have a CDI, and it just started crashing everywhere. It's like,
breaking down.
Use this Mutuelle, babe. You're paying for it.
Yeah, might as well.
You're paying expensive. So yeah, just use it. Girl, this year, I think it was the year that I used Mutuelle the most. I think they hate on me. I think I'm on their blacklist.
But honestly, this is so true that you've gone through a lot of health struggles lately. You were just out of surgery. Tell us a little bit about I think people will want to know about the surgery in Paris, how it's working and everything.
Yes, girl. I don't know what happened this year. This is not my year for health. I don't know what got into me, but basically I had this cyst, I don't know how you say this, in French is kyst, in my hand, which was no problem, but I've had for 10 years, and it was just annoying me. It wasn't cute, So I decided to take it off. I found a really good doctor. He was really known in the field and everything. And then he said, oh, it's super fine. I'll do it. It's going to be amazing because it's superficial. So we took it off. I healed fine. But then 2 weeks after my surgery, another cyst appears.
The thing for me, though, that's absolutely insane is how they didn't see this before.
Because he didn't ask me for an echography.
But this is insane. How can you do a surgery without having an ultrasound? I don't understand.
He didn't see there was another cyst maybe underneath. So it popped out one day hey, I'm here. But then the cyst was way worse than the first, because this time it was in my articulation.
Okay.
So this new doctor, because I changed doctors, he had to go really dive in and go deep in my skin, or I don't even know. But it was super painful, and I'm still in pain. I should be wearing my little thing to stop my end from moving, but it's not cute. So I just took it off.
As you should, babe.
Yeah, but the thing is really good is in both surgeries, and honestly, because I've been doing 2 this year, they reimburse me the totality. Honestly, you send the devis to the Mutuelle, so you send like the paper the doctor sends you. They say, oh, you're gonna need to pay this or that. So they said I didn't need to pay anything.
It's so good.
Yeah, and then you pay for the hospital bills. Well, you were there signing my checks for me. Honestly,
This is so true.
because she picked me up from the hospital, like the little
Good
cutie
friend.
she is.
Yeah.
And she was there helping me out because the woman asked me to sign a fucking check like after surgery.
I swear. How do you expect me to do that, madame? Please tell me.
I swear. For me, that was more shocking than the surgery itself. Because, like, how would you ask the patient to pay after the surgery? You're, like, they're dying.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, if something goes wrong, they have to charge you something else. I don't know.
I know, but you pay after. I don't know. But they should, I don't know.
My experiences in, like, French hospitals, like, honestly, I hate going to the urgence. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, I have spent hours in the urgence for multiple kidney infections that I've had. And I feel like it's always the same, like, histoire. Genre, they do blood work, they do an echography, although this time I actually had a problem. But like usually it's like they do the P test and then you have to wait to call them back after 48 hours to see if you actually have an infection. I'm like, babe, if my doctor had just given me like a good antibiotic, we would not be here right now. Genre, vraiment.
Or your bacteria is really strong, girl.
Yeah, I think.
And you need like 2 sets of antibiotics.
I needed antibiotics in the blood and orally. That shit was wild.
But can we talk about how funny? Well, it's not funny. It's funny when we talk now that we're good and well.
That we look back on it.
But yeah, how funny it was that we just like, we were apart like 1 week having the same kidney infections.
This is so true.
Like I had this kidney, well, mine was an infection. They thought it was a kidney stone. Thank God it wasn't. It was just an infection. So I went to the hospital dying of pain. And then next week she calls me like, oh my God, I'm in so much pain. I don't know what's wrong. She was like desperately like getting out of work, calling me like, I don't know what's happening. I have this pain in my back. And I was just like, girl, everything you're saying to me looks like kidney. And honestly, just go to the hospital.
But you were 100% right. Although I refused to go to the hospital. I was like, nah, it's good. I'm just going to drink like 7 liters of water. It's just going to pass, like YOLO.
The bacteria is going to go through the pee.
Next minute, diamonds in the sky.
Okay, so let's talk about dental now. Honestly, back home, if I need to do something with my teeth, I would have to get a mortgage for that.
Really?
Well, it depends on what you do, but everything is paid. Like, you either have like this Mutuelle only for teeth.
Okay.
But here, our Mutuelle covers it all, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
And so I think it's better here, even though I love to go back to Brazil to do some teeth stuff. My Invisalign I did in Brazil because this was like so expensive in France. There's some stuff that are reimbursed by Mutuelle, but others are not. Like, how do you say, like orthodontist?
But it's more for aesthetics, no?
Yeah, this is why they reimburse for like adolescents, kids, and everything. But when you're adult, they consider it like aesthetic. Yeah. So they don't reimburse really well on this, but other things they reimburse you like 100%, which is amazing.
That's so good. Like in Australia, I feel like usually like, I mean, we have our kind of type of green card as well, Medicare card that we use like to help get reimbursed on some things. I haven't done doctor stuff there in ages, thank the Lord. But usually have to wait a bit to get reimbursed, I think. But yeah, he is more fast. Once you've gone through all of the paperwork stuff and you actually have all like the card and the Mutuelle, I feel like things go quite fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is one of the things, the few things that they do online. Because you pay the thing in the doctor. They give you the facture. Yeah. You just take a picture, you're like, scan the facture, and you send on the Mutuelle app. And they'd be like, oh, we received it. You get reimbursed in 48 to 72 hours.
Perfect.
This is like how insane. And then you get in your bank account, and then everything's amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like in France, like you just flash your Carte Vitale card and everything's technically sorted and it's like just so fast, to be honest.
Especially in the pharmacies, like you get your ordonnance, you go to the pharmacy, you put like the Carte Vitale in the same machine you put your credit card.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, oh, 10 boîtes of Doliprane, free. And you just go out like with a little sack with like
of drugs,
1,000 like medication, and be like for free.
But you need an ordonnance to have like that.
Yes.
Otherwise, you end up paying for the full price. But I mean, it's not that expensive. It's like what, €2 for a pack of Doliprane.
Yeah, but still,
Something
like,
crazy.
honestly, so good to get out of the pharmacy with it for free. Feels like gifts.
This is true.
But can we talk about the fact that pills are not reimbursed? I still don't know why.
Some are, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Some are. It depends on which one you have. Like for me, I have one for endometriosis that is not like covered by the Sécu or by Mutuelle, which still makes me so mad because I'm like,
Because it's for endometriosis.
yes,
like,
girl. I don't know why they don't allow me, but. Guys, you need to do this because it's costing me a lot of money.
Yes, even like birth control pills. Like, why?
I
Honestly,
know.
why? It should be covered because it's a little budget.
It really is.
Yes, honestly,
I mean,
they're expensive.
Yeah, we don't want to have to pay to have babies, but then we're paying to not have babies.
France is like have babies because they give money for babies, but they don't give money for birth control. So
Yes.
I think we got you, friends.
We got you there.
We know it's your plan.
Yes, more babies, more fun.
Oh no, no way. But what about glasses, lunettes, girl? I was shocked. Everyone told me like go get glasses when you have Mutuelle, and I never understood how it worked.
I still don't, to be honest. I've never done it.
Oh, so I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, tell me the tea.
Yeah, because I did this last year. So basically, I needed new glasses because I use it for my computer. And then I went to this doctor and he said like, oh yeah, your degree went up and everything. You need new glasses. So I get the ordonnance and I go to this shop because Charles was like, oh, I know this shop. They do like really nice glasses and everything. I go there and she was like, okay, putting everything in the system like super quick.
Yeah.
And she was like, you can choose the models. And I was just like, there was
anyone
like
you wanted.
Yeah, there was like Chanel, there was like Prada. And I was just like, vibing. But I know, I'm like, I have an expensive taste. So yeah, I picked Chanel ones.
Okay, cute.
Which costed like, I don't know, 600 or something.
Damn.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to have to pay like more. Honestly, it's not impossible that I'm going to pay like nothing.
Yeah, of course.
For this. So she puts in the system and she's like, oh, you only need to pay like, I don't know, 50 euros. And you can choose sunglasses too. And I was just like, what? Are you kidding me? And then I chose sunglasses. I gave it to my mom, which was nice for it. But yeah, I got out of the shop with 2 glasses for like basically for free. I'm not going to say that it was for free because I paid a little bit, but it was like less than 100.
This is like with my partner. Like he always keeps telling me like, just go to the eye doctor and say you need lentille. Like just go and get the ordonnance so you can get some free glasses. Because he has a guy that like helps him basically to get like any glass he wants off the internet and they just order for him.
Amazing. I want to know the contact.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
But
I want to change mine soon.
But it's like 2 glasses every 2 years, right?
Yeah, I think. But I
This
changed
is
Mutuelle,
nice.
so
I'm so scared to go. Like, what do you even say to the doctor? They're like, hey, I want to get some free glasses, so can you give me an ordonnance? That's so weird.
Because I think if your degree changes, then he'll give it to you.
Yeah, maybe, but like, I just want some free glasses, dude. Like,
yeah.
Honestly,
I remember because when I was just a student, I would go to, I don't know if you know this shop, which is called Lunettes pour tous.
oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Girl, it was like 30 euro for glasses.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They were cute. Honestly, they were cute. And it was really nice because I didn't have a lot of money back then. I know that my sister, she laughed so hard every time that I went to this eye doctor in Brazil. And I was like, oh, what's this? What are those glasses? Where did you do them? And I was just like, oh, this little shop in France. It's called Lunettes pour tous.
And it sounds so chic as well.
He was basically saying me the glasses were shit.
Oh.
But anyways, it helped me a lot. I still have those, by the way, just for the memories.
So if you want to survive French healthcare, here's the Expat survival guide.
Please tell me you have pen and paper and you're going to write this down.
Sécurité Sociale. Get it ASAP. Takes forever, but once it's done, your life just suddenly becomes much easier.
Literally, flash the little green card of yours and honestly, your bills will stop trying to murder you.
I love that.
So true.
Second, Mutuelle. Always get it. Even as a student, even if you think that you're healthy, especially if your immune system is like dramatic like mine.
Or like mine.
I swear.
But that's so true. It will save you, especially if you have to do like blood work, scan. Because without it, honestly, you're in like a little bit of a financial chaos.
This is so true, babe. And prescriptions, don't lose them, guys. And check if they're like renewable. How do you say this?
Oh,
Renewable.
yeah, especially for the
Renewable.
bills.
Yeah, because like, for example, the one time I went to buy my I remember I called you and I was like, is this illegal? They didn't let me buy my birth control pills. And it's written like 12 mois pour 12 mois.
Yeah, they
for
were
12
dumb.
months. And they were like, no, madame, this is only for 6 months. And I was like, no, but the doctor wrote like 12 months on it. Like,
Yeah, be
please.
sure it's written like renouvelable because they are annoying about that.
I swear.
And surgery, don't be scared. It's affordable and it's honestly super organized in a hospital. And you won't come out of it bankrupt.
Thank God.
And babes, seriously, go use your glasses, free glasses benefit. I promise you, it's totally worth it.
I'm gonna go and hop on this bandwagon because I want my free glasses.
Contacts.
Those Bottega Venetas are waiting for me.
You can survive Paris one ordonnance at a time.
We love that.
Yes, we
I love that
do.
phrase. That should be the slogan of Amalie.
Oh yes, Amélie. One ordonnance at a time.
For real.
Yes. Sécurité Sociale.
But you know what's wild to me about French doctors? They hand out ordonnances like candy, right? Literally anything.
That's true.
Any little thing. Bad day at work, 2-week arrêt maladie. It's like cold, here's a week off. Your dog is sneezing, let me give you some medication. Probably a prescription too. Like, I just can't, girl.
A little tummy ache, gastro prescription. One day out of work.
Love it.
Seriously. It's like the healthcare slot machine. You pull the lever, you get like a ordonnance, and one day off. Voila. It's like that.
But like, if you know that there's something wrong with your body, you're probably 100% right. Like, don't let doctors tell you and friends like, oh, it's nothing, you'll be fine, ça va aller.
Yeah.
No, pas du tout.
No, honestly, trust your gut.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, avoid your 19 useless doctors unless you're collecting stories for a podcast.
Exactly. French healthcare can give a timeout for like a bad mood, but when it's serious, it's like super hard. You have to fight for that thing. Like, you have to find the right doctor, and then I feel like it's a total game changer.
Yeah. We have to fight for everything in this country.
Yes.
So yeah, Paris will traumatize you, but at least your healthcare system won't.
Unless you forget your mutual, then good luck, babes. But anyways, bisous bisous.
À la semaine
Prochaine.